Wow, so guys, welcome back to the channel. We have had a very interesting day and a half here on the channel, especially the comment section in the last video. And I just wanted to make a clarification. And this video is essentially going to be titled, What No One Else Will Say. Because I want to really just talk about the fandom of K-pop. And as somebody who has come from the world of media that was meant to promote Korea and to give Korea a very good image in order to sell things like K-pop, I felt that we might have done a disservice in the sense that we overly sugarcoated Korea. And in that sense, I do think that in my role now is to balance the scales a little bit to help give a more realistic perspective of Korea, so when you come here, you'll be better prepared. Now, I do want to say, yes, it wasn't like the best video I ever made. Of course, it wasn't the most serious video I wanted to make, but yeah, granted, sure, but I do still stand by the point that I was trying to make, and I made it from the beginning saying that I was not talking about Lalisa, CL as artists. It was the product and the production, namely even how we have to protect both of them, protect Lisa and protect CL, but weren't able to protect CL. As you know, there is a theme on my channel of not being able as a society to protect people who then have to suffer alone and in silence and then keep something in them and then just be tormented for the rest of their lives. And I see that honestly in CL in the way that she had left that situation with that company. And I see that in a similar way that could happen to Lisa. Why did I bring that up now? Because I felt that as much as hoopla as we are giving to the great job that Lisa did do with this video, that there was very sly, very big shaded jabs at CL in the video. And that's why I wanted to parse it out through the evidence in the video, which you guys who complained, we didn't even watch the video and started mouthing off, didn't even wait to look for the evidence. You guys were kind of like spewing off like, like the kids who don't read the book and then they just like make up stuff on the test. Yeah, that is you, isn't it? So we want to go over a little bit of some of the things that y'all were yapping about. And I just want to make sure that if you come to Korea, you're not going to end up in some motel with your panties missing and then you're just like, what happened after I went to the club that was promoted by Seungni because I'm such a K-pop fan, and then have the police cover it up and then say, oh, you're a foreigner and it's probably your fault. Or have your parents call and find out like you ended up in the river and then the police say like, oh, well, she probably came to Korea really sad and she just wanted to end it by walking into the river, and then have them cover it up. So if you want to read the version of my explanation, it's in the description and it's in the pinned comment in the last video. But, if you still haven't figured out how to read, then maybe the video, if you actually want to watch the video this time, you can watch this one, because I wanted to bring up the the video evidence in the last piece to keep the artist out of it. And maybe, I didn't do a good job with like trying to make it funny or that, whatnot. And yes, it's an excuse, but I have been like up until like 2 or 3 a.m. Doing Zoom calls with the United States. So I wasn't at my kind of like, cognitive best. But anyhow, I still don't think it was on par with some of the messages that came out, like saying like I should literally die or drink your breast milk, no thank you, and a lot of the other things. So let's just say very clearly that we were not trying to slam any artist. And in fact, this is where your cognition is a little bit off. If you really did understand, it was a call to protect the artists. So who's protecting the artists more? You and your supposed fandom and your supposed kind of like obsessive seriousness with like loving Lisa? Do you really love Lisa to act this way? Do you? Do you really love Lisa to act the way that you're acting on this message board and all around? And do you really think that Lisa would want to meet someone like you if you're acting that way? Seriously, honey, she won't. And it was really weird how like you took everything as an attack against her, but I think psychologically you were taking it as an attack against yourself, which we'll get into later, but you won't understand and you won't even make it till the end of the video. So this is for the people who could actually understand. And so you have to remember that this is a company that had a manager that actually stole almost $1 million from Lisa. And what did the company do? They said, oh, we're gonna work it out and put the guy on a payment plan and he'll eventually pay you back, Lisa. And she had to grin and bear it and be a team player, okay? So she was more than gracious and strong, right? And she had to do that for you to make sure that you got what you needed. But where were you? Did you get her $1 million back? Did you try to set up a GoFundMe? Do you even know how she lost that $1 million and in what sort of like real estate investment scam that was? Do you even know the details behind it? We're really here to try to give you a real perspective of Korea so that you know some of the dark side when you come here and you're better prepared, and so that you make good choices. And when you are closer to somebody, you sort of know their good side and their dark side and their, the dark, dirty side, right? You're closer to somebody when you know both sides. And actually, this message really is not for the fans, not for normal people who like Lisa's music, Blackpink, K-pop, Korean culture, any of that. It's for the idol worshiper category. And if you don't know the difference between idol worshiper and fan, then you might be an idol worshiper. Essentially, Lisa, CL, any star, celebrity, they love fans. Why? Because fans have their own identity and they respect and cherish the artists as them as an artist. There is a separation between the two people, respect for one another. An idol worshiper is a psycho because an idol worshiper wants to control the star. The idol worshiper says they absolutely love and adore and wants to protect the star, but really they want to consume them and essentially be them. So when the way that a lot of the crazy comments were reacting was in that psychological territory where anything that was misinterpreted by them, you, if that's you, was misinterpreted as an attack against yourself because you see yourself in Lisa and you cannot separate the two. And for Lisa, that is a very scary place to be. Any other star, that is a very scary place to be. Why do you think they look so terrified but still smile kind of like this while they're walking around, especially when there's a bunch of crowds? Why do you think that everything is so heavily controlled? It's not because of normal, kind of happy fans. It's because of you psychos out there. Now I think I got it figured out. She keeps saying, Lalisa love me, because she's actually asking you psychos out there to love her for her. Please put a separation. You're you. I'm me. So just love me and let's just kind of keep the distance, okay? Let's not say I'm loving myself because you are. No. So do you ever wonder why BTS has a song that says love yourself? Because they are sending a message out to some of the crazy fans that they have with, and that's the message that they want to impart because they need it. You need it. And you know what? The artists can never ever say this to you, the psycho fans. They love their real fans, like I said, the normal healthy people, but they still even have to be grateful for you psycho idol worshippers because of their image. But me, as someone who is adjacent to all that, I will say it because it is, I think, for the good of the industry and for our community as a whole. We have to call it out now because I think there is a two-way street. We are both responsible for it. You as the psycho, and then also us for facilitating that and kind of stimulating that in a strange way and just kind of overlooking it. I think we need to start calling it out and not just lump the crazy idol worshippers with the regular people. I think we need to create maybe even a separate section at the concert. I think we really do. But we're not here for your therapy. We're here for your filth and your trash, and we're here to drag you for filth. So these are some of the best comments that you left in my living room that I'm returning to you now. Suki, you say, get some help, okay? And say your stupid opinion respectfully. That sounds really stupid, Suki. Indrapong, you say, literally die. Okay, same to you, Indrapong. Kibwe says, respect Lisa, bro. Grow up or you need baby food or my mommy milk. Again, please do not offer me your bodily fluids. Kanakar, this one is concerning. I think you do need help. You said, I am not Korean, so I don't know YG history or conflict with idols. I don't give a damn care. If you are sincerely in your action, why you made me feel bad when you said blah blah blah. This is my first time watching your channel and I never know you. I just enjoy watching music videos, singing along and dancing, nothing else. I never compare the song, don't care as long as I enjoy it. Go to bed, grandpa, au revoir. So this thing immediately just made you feel bad and you didn't know why. You better check yourself on that. Why did it make you feel bad? Noki, you said, me when I'm an old hag man who can't get clout by only praising CL. The whole video is literally about shading and being racist to Lisa, like how are we supposed to even respect her opinion? Now that is some bad Noki. April Babanko, go to hell. Okay, same to you, girl. Olivia, stop comparing two talented women when you're trying to create drama out of nothing like a 15-year-old on Twitter didn't even bother watching the video. All right, so then who's like the 8-year-old on not even on Twitter? Westlike, trust me, this guy is poor, racist, no friends, no relationship, no respect, no life, no love, no eyes, fake face, fake nose, that's the T. Now, Westlike, there is a thing in psychology called projection where when you insult others, you're actually saying things that you're insecure about yourself. So you have a lot of things that on your list. Seve or Sieve, you say, so Mr. Old Guy, you are in no position to give assumptions and make issue. You are the only person who are thinking this way, so problem isn't YG, CL, Lisa, it's your brain. CL made her decision a long time ago. She wanted to start her career in the US, I think. See, so you don't even know what you're talking about, and you're saying that I'm making assumptions. Is this how you want to represent Lisa? So the way that Lisa now looks is like this. Is this how you want to represent how Lisa... You really think that Lisa wants to now meet someone like you? Mm-mm. And by the way, you guys probably are not in the marriage category. Maybe you are. I mean, especially the one who offered me your breast milk. But y'all would make horrible wives, or if you're guys, husbands, because nobody wants to argue with that all day. Okay, so we're gonna have to continue this later. I'm late for an appointment.
Tune in next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Love you.